to my channel Modern Modiste. Today I'm snowed in, so I figured it was a good opportunity to work on something. And I decided, since Valentine's Day is coming soon, I'd make a Valentine's Day dress. Now I'm not crazy about Valentine's Day. I don't really celebrate, to be honest, but I love theme-based projects. So this project will be based on Valentine's Day. Let's get started. Okay, so here are the fabric cuts. Make sure that you angle the shoulder part of the sleeve to be more straight than on this sharp angle, or else you'll have to fix it later like I had to do. So here are the pieces for the front upper part of my dress. So I'm going to make buttonholes on the middle part of this so I can pull my drawstrings through. I'm going to use these two long strips to create the drawstrings. So let's start by sewing these buttonholes. I'm just using a button the size I want my holes to be, just making sure that my drawstrings will fit through them. This button's about 1/2 inch wide, and my drawstrings are going to be about 1/2 inch wide, so that's the button I'm using. So now I'm gonna sew those buttonholes. Since this is a lightweight fabric, I ironed a lightweight fusible interfacing to the inside of the fabric a bit longer and wider than where I marked my buttonholes to go. Then, using my buttonhole foot and a buttonhole stitch selection on my machine, I sewed my two buttonholes. Then I went and folded over the short edge of my drawstring fabric strips, then folded the outer edges of the long sides to the center, and then folded it in half again and sewed in place. Next, I used my scissors to cut open the buttonholes. It's safer to use a seam ripper and a sewing pin as a stopper to not rip into the buttonhole thread, but I couldn't find my seam ripper, so I just carefully used the scissors. I pinned my drawstring strips about 1/2 inch from the edges of the fabric to align with the buttonholes and sewed the drawstrings to the fabric. Next, with the drawstrings through the buttonholes, I folded over the top edge about 1/2 inch and then folded over again about 1 inch. I pinned the drawstring in place and then sewed directly under, making sure not to sew on top of the drawstring. Then I hemmed the outer edges with a double fold hem, not including the bottom. I also hemmed the inner edges of these two front side pieces with a double fold. I pinned and sewed the front sides and center together. Yeah, that's my front. Now I'm going to do the back. It's a very similar process, only I'm going to do two separate center backs instead of one. For the back, I made my drawstrings exactly as I did for the front. Then I hemmed with a double fold the long sides of the two center fabrics and the inner long sides of the end fabrics. Now I'm going to add the drawstrings to the back. I hem the top edge with a single fold. Then I sew the drawstring end to the edge like this. Then fold over the top edge over the drawstring like this and sew into place, making sure to sew under and not through the drawstring. Once that's done, I pinned the sides to the center backs like this and sew together. It's a tie back and a tie front. Now I'm going to join the front to the backs at the shoulders, then I'm going to attach sleeves. I finished my raw edges with a zigzag stitch, then I top stitched. Like I mentioned earlier, I forgot to cut my shoulders on a straighter angle. Make sure you don't forget, because now I have to go back and fix the shoulder seams to get rid of this triangle-like shape at the shoulder. I found the center point of the sleeve's curved edge and aligned the center point with the shoulder seam and pinned the sleeve to the garment, right sides facing. Once the sleeve is pinned, I sew the sleeve to the garment, then finish the raw edge again with a zigzag stitch. Then I folded over the garment to line up the sleeves and sides, and then I pinned and sewed that too. I like it so far. I think it's pretty. The two ties don't look like they're overwhelming. I'm gonna zigzag stitch along the inside to finish this top portion, then I'm gonna start working on the skirt. For the skirt, I'm going to fold the skirt so that the angled lines of the dart aligns. Then sew along that angled line and hem the inner long edge with a single fold, one fold. Once both are complete, I place them together right sides facing and measure the length of my zipper from the top edge. Then I pin and sew from the mark to the bottom. After that, I top stitch down each side of the seam. I pinned my zipper into the opening left and sewed it to my garment using my zipper foot. Once my zipper was sewn on, I folded the front at the darts and sewed those darts. Then I sewed the front to the back like this. Next, I sewed two long straight stitches across the bottom edge of the top portion of this dress and made sure I left a long enough thread on the end to pull together the bottom of the top. Then I pulled the long threads I left on the end with one hand while gathering the fabric with the other, and gather until the length of the bottom was equal to the length of the top of the skirt portion of this dress. Once fully gathered, I pinned the bottom of the top portion of this dress to the skirt portion, right sides facing, then sewed the two together. I zigzag stitched the raw edge, trimmed any excess fabric, then top stitch on the right side of the dress. I think it's super cute so far. And that's the back. Now all I need to do is I need to hem the bottom, which I took an inch off of, and hem the sleeves. I hemmed the bottom of the dress and the sleeves by folding over the edge twice and sewing. that's a wrap. It's pretty, and I feel like it has all the Valentine's Day vibes. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.